kitchen. There she is. Say hi. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
I am so excited. You told me we were going to make something from this book, and I think we should just pretend we're prepping for your Blintz Party. Look, she's going to make cheese Blintzes. They're the best. She has these annual parties, and we haven't been able to have one because of COVID. It's so sad. But she's going to teach us how to make them today. They're pretty intense to make, and I'm going to help her a little bit, so it's going to be fun. All right, take it away, the cookie lady.
Well, welcome everybody to my kitchen today. I'm so happy. I'm so excited that you're here and that we're going to be making Blintzes, one of my favorite foods to eat. And I got some merch here. My cookie lady apron that Phoenix One, Stan Williams made from Phoenix One, and maybe you get to win one of these today. I might give one away. I don't know. I've got them in all different colors, so we'll see.
Awesome.
Anyway, okay, let's get started with the Blintzes.
Okay, what are we gonna do first?
So I use my blender. And it's really easy to make Blintzes. The trick is you don't want to make them too doughy, so you want to keep it really thin when you fry them. But let's start with the ingredients. We're going to use 2 cups of milk. I'm going to put that right in the blender. And 4 eggs that are already cracked. Here we go, 4 eggs.
I like that, no shells.
No shells. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, here we go. 1/4 teaspoon. Kosher salt, and I put it in a jar. I take it out of the box because it's just easier to handle, and I think it keeps better too. So we're going to turn this on for a second just to get it blended. Here we go. 1 second. That's it. Then we're going to add 1½ cups of flour. This is a 1½ cup measure. So we're just going to put that in. Cover it up. Turn it on. Just until it blends. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Melted. Okay? I've got a lot of butter here melted because we're also going to put some butter in the filling.
So right now you're just making the crepe part.
I'm just making the crepe part right now, right. This is the Blintz part. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of melted butter in. 1, 2. That's it. Turn it on for a second. And it's good to let it temper, to sit for about 15 minutes. Half an hour is fine. You can even let it sit overnight in your refrigerator, but 15 minutes is perfect if you're ready to make them then. But if you have to run out to the store, you can let it sit for a while.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to let this sit, and then I'll show you how to fry up the crepes, which is the same thing as a Blintz.
Okay, awesome.
We're back. We're heating up the pans for the Blintzes. You want to just get like a medium, not real hot, not real low, and the first 1 or 2 will test, but it goes pretty quickly. And what we do is we spread some butter on it, and then this is what was sitting waiting for 15 minutes. I'm going to pour it in here because it's easier to pour from there. And you just kind of a tablespoon or 2, and you'll hear it sizzle a little bit, and you just kind of roll it around. And if it's too much, all you have to do is pour it back into the batter. So then you get a nice thin crepe. I'm gonna try working with 2 pans. They're not the same size. I think one is 6 inches, one is 8 inches.
Put in too much and then do what you said.
Okay.
I don't know, because I'd probably always put in too much.
There.
And then what? You just...
And then you just kind of let drip out.
Okay.
So it's nice and thin. You don't want a doughy crepe.
Okay.
That's the key to a good crepe or a Blintz, whatever you want to call it. And then you'll start seeing it get brown around the edges. So you know it's ready to knock out. So do you see it getting a little bit brown there?
And it's a little kind of drier on the top?
30 seconds. And then you just knock it out. If it doesn't knock out, give it a little help.
There it goes.
There you go. This didn't knock out really well. So it's the first one. That's the practice one. You got to make sure your pan is the right heat. So
okay.
Let's try the next one. I think the next one will be ready because we got the pan ready now at the right heat. Okay.
Well, I'm sure I'll make a blooper the first time I ever try these. That's why I always let you make them.
Well, I've made hundreds of them, so every now and then that first one just doesn't knock out. No big deal. It's still going to be the same taste. You still can fill it.
Okay.
Now this one looks ready, so let's see if this will knock out.
Okay.
Give it a try. One, two, three. No, it's being stubborn. Okay, there we go. That's only because you're filming.
Of course. Of course.
You know, otherwise it's never happened.
Toss that one.
Okay, we'll try another one here.
See, it's not as easy as it looks. No. She's going to make it look super easy from here on out, though, I'll bet.
I don't know. Maybe it's the butter. Maybe the butter got too cold. But you have to use melted butter.
All right.
Or maybe I don't have the fire high enough. So you just got to play around with it until it works. So you might mess up the first two or three. No big deal.
Okay.
Okay, this looks like it's getting brown around the edges. Let's see what happens.
Yay!
There we go.
Success.
There we go.
So that's how it's supposed to work.
And you do it again, and you just keep doing it, and you should get about 25 to 30 if you make them nice and thin. If you're using a 6-inch pan, you might squeeze out 3 dozen, which is great because then you can have a bigger party, invite more people.
Have more Blintzes for yourself.
That's right. That's right. So This is getting brown around the edges now. Let's see if it'll do a good job and pop out.
Okay.
We're going to pop it out. So you just fry one side of it.
Yay.
I didn't wait until that got brown enough. So wait till it gets a little browner around the edges.
Oh,
see, this one is a little browner.
Oh, I see the difference. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now this one looks like it's about ready, but let's get this going. So at the very beginning, you kind of have to adjust your heat to your pot, and you'll know after you do a few of them. This one looks ready.
Oh yeah, I see the brown around the edge. Okay, let's see how it
knock
looks.
it out.
Oh,
there.
Okay.
Perfect. So it's just a matter of adjusting your heat to after the first or second one, you should know. And you can hear it sizzle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get really good at it, after you've made a couple hundred, you can have 3 pots going at once.
You used to have 4 pots going at once. She was the whirling dervish of Blintz making.
No, I think one of the kids stole one of the pots. Otherwise, I would have 3
stole
doing
it, did
right
we?
now.
One of us stole it, huh?
And that kid knows which one he is. This looks like it's about ready. It's brown around the edges. You see that?
Yeah.
Now let's
it's all
see how
dry.
good this pot is going to be to me this time. There you
Oh,
go. Popped right out.
Okay.
Really nice and golden around the edges.
Okay, so you're just gonna make a whole bunch of them right now.
So you brown one side, and then that's the side you're going to fill. And then after they're all filled, then we're going to fry both sides, and
Fry the other
then
side.
we're going to even taste them. Wish you were all here to taste them with
Ooh.
us. But make them yourself. Have fun. It's a lot of fun to do.
Can I help you fill them?
Yes, you can help me fill them, please.
That's the fun part.
Here we go again. Oh, that one got nice and brown.
You're good at that. I need to try to make one of these.
The pot is maybe getting hotter now.
It is.
You can really hear it sizzle, so this is going to get done quicker. And I might have to adjust the heat and make it just a little bit lower.
All right.
And there we go.
Okay, we'll be back when you have a full sheet full of them, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Ready to make your filling for the Blintzes?
I sure am. We've got the batter sitting, waiting now, so we can do the filling. And then we'll be all set to fry the crepes, the Blintzes, also known as crepes, also known as German pancakes.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you want. So this is a pound. So I'm using half of that, half a pound, or you can use the 8-ounce
A pound
package
of what?
of cream cheese.
Yeah.
You can use the 8-ounce package of cream cheese. That works fine too. But I just happen to have this, so that's good. And
Half a pound of cream cheese.
and a half a pound of cottage cheese.
Half a pound of cottage cheese.
And if you make a double recipe, then of course you just use a pound of each, which then you don't have to start dividing it in half. And you have more Blintzes. So I'm
More the
gonna
better.
use half of this.
Okay.
And it should make about 2 dozen. If you can get 30 out of it, it's much better because then your crepes are thinner and you want them thin. You don't want them doughy. And I'll show you when we start frying them how we manage that. Okay, I'm gonna just get this cream cheese and cottage cheese mixed together. Because this is a softer cream cheese, it doesn't take much to blend it. You could probably even blend it with a wooden spoon, but I just like using the mixer.
Do you like the cream cheese at room temperature?
Cream cheese should be room temperature, then it blends in quicker.
Okay.
Then you want to add 2 tablespoons of sugar,
Okay.
more or less depending on your taste, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using pure vanilla for this. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you can add blueberries, you can add raspberries, you can add whatever you want to it.
Looks like you're going to add raisins or something.
Teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to add raisins. I'm going to add golden raisins. Calls for 1/4 of a cup. I just take a handful, you know, whatever works. Just a handful.
Okay.
1/4 of a cup. We're going to get these fancy. Usually I make just plain cheese Blintzes because some people don't like raisins, you know.
I like them with raisins. They're good with raisins.
Okay. And then 2 tablespoons of melted butter.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that in and give it another mix. There we go. We get the vanilla incorporated in there, and the butter and the sugar, and that's it. Now we're ready to fill the Blintzes as soon as we make them.
Excellent.
There we go. Okay.
We'll be back.
Now we're going to start filling them. 1 tablespoon. We made the filling with the cheeses and the raisins and the butter and the sugar and the vanilla. And I forgot to tell you, when you do the Blintzes, make sure not only does it get brown around the edges when you're frying them, but the top looks kind of dry too. It's not as shiny anymore, so you know it's ready.
Okay.
So Stacy, you said you were going to help me, but I'm going to show you first what you have to do. So it's 1 level tablespoon. So you come out hopefully even with the amount of filling and the amount of Blintzes you have. That's always fun to figure out since I have 2 different size Blintzes here. So this is how you put a tablespoon in, and then this is how you fold it. You go from the bottom to the top, top to the bottom, and then the 2 ends you do under. And then we're going to fry them after. So Stacy, come on over and help me start doing these so we can get them done.
Okay.
So we can start eating them.
Oh, that sounds good. Let me wash my hands. All right. I'm ready. You ready? Okay, level tablespoon.
Level tablespoon, right?
Oh, tablespoon.
Yeah, that's a tablespoon. And it's a nice size. It's a nice mouthful.
Okay, is that
There
good?
you go. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to count them when we're through and see how close we got to what the recipe calls for, which was I think about 33. And
Gooey.
you know, as a beginner, if you get 2 dozen, you're doing great. So don't beat yourself up if you don't get 33. And then after you get them all fried, You could put all kinds of different toppings on it, so get creative. You can put sour cream, you could put different jams on. Oh, Stacy, you're ahead of me. I'm going too slow.
I'm
You
fast.
are so fast.
Watch how fast we are.
Yeah, we're doing good.
All right, let me try one. To the top, to the bottom, under, under. Hey, I could do it. Let's try this one. To the top, to the bottom, under.
Great.
One more.
Perfect.
I almost went to the
Even
bottom.
those rejects we're going to
To
use
the
up.
top, to the bottom, under. Look at me, I did it.
So we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Good job.
All right.
Now we're going to fry them on both sides.
All right. You gotta get your pans going again.
Get my pans going. I'm going to get my pans at medium high, as you can see. And we're going to put 4 or 5 in each pan and fry both sides. And then we're going to flip them over. And this goes really, really fast. So you can make hundreds of them. You know?
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Hundreds.
You know, the neighbors will come over. They'll disappear in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
You could make hundreds
I'll
of
put
them.
5 in here.
Okay.
And get your heat high enough. And then we're going to flip them over. And Stacy, you're going to organize them on my cookie sheet.
Oh.
So the nice thing about doing Blintzes is you can do a lot of them, hundreds of them in advance, and just pop them in the freezer, lay them out on the cookie sheet, not touching each other. And when they're frozen, just slip them in a plastic bag, and you always have them on hand. You can pop them in the oven at 350 for about 10-15 minutes until they puff up. Now let's see if these are ready yet. Those look good. See, they're a little golden brown. Perfect. Perfect. And I'm using my fingers on this part that isn't hot because
I probably made that one. It's falling apart.
they're still good. Now these are going to be darker. I see them almost burning. It's smoking,
Oh,
but
those
it's
look
not
good.
burnt. It's just a nice. Some people might like them a little darker, which is
Perfect.
fine. Okay. And then it goes really fast on the second side because now your pans are heated up enough. So that's perfect. So we're going to pour that out. And we're going to put in a few more here. I'm going to put in 5 more here. And we've got to get these other pan out because these are done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do I gotta do? I gotta put them on
Now
this
just
sheet
turn
here.
them over when they're cool enough to handle.
Oh, they gotta turn
You don't
over?
want to burn yourself.
Okay. And then they
Right
also
side up, not touching
not
each other.
touching. Okay.
See, the fold is the bottom part.
I see that.
Side up.
That's mine right there that broke.
This fire is smoking up, so I know it's getting hot really fast. So I'm
Oh
going to
my.
turn these over right away. That didn't even take 10 seconds.
Okay.
And this is done too.
Yeah, it's smoky in here. You gotta put on your
And I got to put the
fan.
exhaust on. Right. Right. You turn them over and they're done. Really, really fast.
Should we put your fan up? It's a pretty cool fan. All right, let's check this fan out.
Okay, I'm putting 4 more in here. These are done. I want to burn you.
Don't burn.
Okay. Last batch.
I'm
We're
organizing.
finished with a little over 2 dozen we have. In just a few minutes.
Look at how fast she is. Go, Grandma. Go, Grandma. Go, Cookie Lady.
Done. See how fast that goes, Stacy? It's
Super
just
fast.
In and out. In and out. In and out.
I'm so glad they're going fast because that means tasting is sooner.
Right. And I've got some plum jam and I've got some sour cream.
Ooh.
Or you can even eat them cold with cinnamon and sugar. You know, on a dessert tray. Good. Okay, I'm turning my fires off.
Oh, that's all of it?
That's done.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
And this is done. All done.
It's clicking. Turn your fire off. There we go. You're all done now?
All done.
Okay,
Ready-
is
ready
it
to
is it
sample.
tasting time?
Should I call the neighbors over?
No, these
Maybe
are all for
We
us.
could polish these off.
Yeah, we can polish these off. All right.
Doctor these up now. We're going to put the jelly on, and we're going to put a little bit of the sour cream on.
Ooh, what kind of jelly is that?
This is homemade plum jelly from our plum tree right outside here. It's the best jelly.
It
And
is.
it's my husband's favorite, and he has some every single day. So
The best jelly.
So it is just really good. So maybe, if you really like what you're seeing and you make it and you enjoy it, tune into the channel all the time and subscribe to me, and I don't know, you guys know what to do. So let's taste this and see
Put some
how
of
it
that
is.
on there. I like it like this, and some of this on there. Ooh, that's a lot of jelly.
Okay. We haven't had our lunch, so we're going for it right now.
Oh my God, deliciousness. Look at how good that looks.
Okay,
Oh my
look
God,
at
it's gonna
that.
drip. Ready?
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Ready? 1,
Okay.
2, 3. Oh my God. Where's my other half? Where's my other half?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, so good.
Thank you so much for supporting me and for making these recipes. If you have any questions, just post it, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. And I don't think I told you, but on the crepes, whole milk I use, and I use all-purpose flour.
Yay! Look at those awesome Blintzes. Look at, we destroyed them. They're so good. Thanks, Mom. I'm so glad you showed us how to do this. Do you have any in the freezer?
You know what? Now, what you do is you take these and you put them in the freezer after they cool off.
Okay.
And if you don't have this much freezer room on a shelf, use a smaller pan and stick it in there, let it freeze, maybe an hour or so. Individually, take them off, put them in a plastic bag. They're ready for the oven, 350 for 10-15 minutes. They'll puff up. If you want to microwave them, 20 seconds per Blintz. So if you have 3 on a microwave safe plate, 1 minute, 20 seconds times 3 is 1 minute. So,
All right.
enjoy. Love you guys.
Do that again.
Guess who loves you? Give me a thumb up. I'm giving you a thumb up. I love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.